It's for the Heisman Trophy. From the gun, running back on the move. Picks up the first down. Turning it on. How about that play on the ground? They get him out of bounds at the 34.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of...
And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Minnesota!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Knight. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. And the Bruins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll keep it on the ground. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He stopped just short of the 25 at the 24-yard line, but it will be a first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a... Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Howie Rowe will check on his condition. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Bruins line up to punt it away. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. On his way back from the 20. Makes a move. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Minnesota's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. The run inside. It's Taylor. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Slithers into space. Might have a chance. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Golden this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Running inside, it's Knight. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. And the Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Motion from the wideout. Throwing, Imaliava. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Saying in the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying play action. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
It's a running room. A 20, 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Minnesota!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Knocked down for the tackle. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan? and make tackles. Nice job by that play.
Firing to the right, complete. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The Bruins will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work, fourth time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's going to get loose. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time.
And the highlights just keep coming for this squad, man. Adding a punt return now. Like, they've shown you everything all day. Now they show you this. An utter beatdown, but nice job catching the football, staying aggressive, good blocking, and just, man, oh, man, this has been a rough day for the other sideline.
The Gophers will take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion from the back. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Knight. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Finds his man. It's Ellis. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Oh, they're after him. He's got him. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. And the Bruins will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Safe completion on the screen. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Iamaleava. Here's a heat. And down he goes. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The offensive line's got to get it together, giving up a sack on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Sets up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. The Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. Just needs a crack to get a return. Slips through the line. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Minnesota! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through.
And this team is dominating this game on offense, on defense, and on special teams. They're piling on here this time with a phenomenal punt return. Oftentimes on these returns, you got to make one guy miss, and then you just let your athleticism take over. That's exactly what happened. Total domination by this team in this game.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and
makes the grab in their space. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Throwing, Iamaleava. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. It'll be 3rd and long. Nico Iamaleava throwing again. They'll run the screen. He stopped a little bit short. They'll mark it at the 38. It's 4th down. Timeout taken by Minnesota. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Bruins will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Wants to bring it back. He gets a block. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. To the air on first down. He's looking deep. Goes high to pull it in. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at SMU taking on the Virginia Tech Hokies. And it's the Mustangs in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Now back to your game in Minneapolis. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
I caught up with the Golden Gophers head coach at the half. He is thrilled with how this running back is performing to start the game. Late in the season, he is starting to build some momentum as we talk about the Heisman Trophy candidates, but he is doing it with his performance on the field, remaining consistent and dynamic. I'll keep you posted how he continues to stride here in the second half. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Minnesota! The defense putting points on the board.
They're winning the game, and the defense is helping out their own cause. That's the second time in this game they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. We know they're opportunistic, and they pride on being athletic and being physical, but they're showing you why you cannot make mistakes and cough the football up when you play them.
56, UCLA, 0.
Coming out with it, it's Thomas. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Let's go to the sideline at Holly Rowe.
Here on the UCLA sideline, something I've got my eyes on is how the running back is moving and cutting. As you know, he did get really banged up in that game last week despite the win, and he's going to have to fight through some bumps and bruises here today. I've got my eyes on him, and I will keep you posted down here from the field. Back to you.
Holly, we'll see how they react. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
The Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Cox. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun. Wants to pass. Bringing the heat. And they got him.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's 3rd down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
He's got great speed. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Taylor. Got enough for the first. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge all week long.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gopher! And they take it in for 6 more points. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they tack on a little more to this big lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And we call his name again. This is the same guy. Remember, he had the defensive touchdown already. Now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, getting the sack. He's been all over the field today.
Pressure coming. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Bruins will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do, build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Here comes the offense on first down. The play-action fake. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw. It's Lindsey. Looking for the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Minnesota!
And this is the part of the field where you gotta love to have the big tight ends. These guys are used all over the field now. Find those mismatches. Palmer, nice throw, nice catch.
Man, I remember a time when tight ends were good for 5-yard out routes and blocking. How nice is it to have a guy with this guy's size and speed to stretch the field vertically, get into the end zone quickly, and be a great target for you? That's every quarterback's dream.
They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Sends it back in motion. Wide receiver going in motion. The run inside. It's Cox. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. They get to him, and now they'll face a third and long. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
On the move and looking deep. Pulls it in on the right. Lots of room to run. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
And it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. But I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
2-point conversion attempt is coming. Looking to pass. It's Lindsey. He makes the grab for the 2. I don't know why you need to go for 2 there, but they do, and it's successful. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And it's a sack.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And it's an ancient proverb for a reason, right? Know thyself. And what he does best is hang in the pocket and throw strikes and attack the field. It's not really running. And you can see he takes off, and the defense closes in fast. And the most important thing happens for the defense. They hit him, they get the ball out, and they force the turnover.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Running inside, it's Taylor. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Gophers will take their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Always impressive to grind through in the late season and get a solid victory, and now it just keeps rolling as we turn our attention to what's in store for next week. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver. Man, their fans have been hungry to see that. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. That's just inexcusable. A delay of game penalty there, and now it is 2nd and 1.5 miles. They'll run it to the right side. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Woods. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Bruins will call on their punt team. Takes it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll do it himself on the draw. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. He wants to go deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Woods. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking for a gap, it's Lee. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Now on 2nd down. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes...
Welcome to storied Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Minnesota Golden Gophers and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
The Golden Gophers head coach told me before the game, Coach said his message to the team this week is we have got to play every single game like it's a playoff game. They have done well in the conference so far, and he wants to continue that dominance, but consistency is the key. He keeps telling his team we just have to go 1-0 this week to keep that consistent approach going.
The Golden Gophers ready to kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Penn State's offense will take the field first. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right. Those are the games that make college football special.
Here's the pressure. Takes the easy one to the back. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. New set of downs after the completion. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Beck. Nice grab in traffic. And they get him down.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hansen. Could not make his way to the corner. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full, because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. So Minnesota's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. A 150-yard, 3-touchdown day while leading his team to victory in their last game. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to conditions. Snagged in the middle. It's Tracy. Oh, he's got some space. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is...
Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Off play action on first down. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
You've got great field position here. You've got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Trying to find the end zone. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. And this defense has a chance to make a big stop on fourth and goal from the 4. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Minnesota! First score of the game goes up.
And I love the aggressiveness early. Love that they went for it on fourth down. They punch it in. They get the 7. And here's the thing, Palmer. I love the aggressiveness. When you start to get this goal-to-goal situations, the defense now, even if they get a stop, they got to go the whole length of the field against my squad. Love people that go for touchdowns instead of field goals down here.
Well, I think the offensive line also helps the head coach make that call, knowing that he can trust these guys to get it done. These guys are battle-tested. A lot of these players have been in big games and played in big moments. So here you are early in this situation. Let's roll the dice. Let's capitalize on this and trust those big fellas to get it done.
The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. Down 7-0, and they'll have a chance to match the score on this drive. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Back to pass, it's Beck. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. Looks it in at the 40. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Rides to the back. Inside the 30. Turning on the Jets. He is in! Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Minnesota! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense, forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Dropping back, it's Becht. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Big guy smells it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Running the red zone, it's Taylor. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line. We reach the break. It's Minnesota holding the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second. About to get underway. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The quarterback's deep. And he's in. Touchdown.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Back to throw, it's Becht. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
The run inside. It's Hansen. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that is why this defense is so good. They get after the